Our guest here today, he won the state championship in 2009. He enjoyed it so much, he did it again in 2010. Sir, if you would, tell us who you are.
Yeah, Brent Hitchings from Louisville, Kentucky. I wrestled for Trinity High School, won a state championship in 2009 and 2010.
And your 2009 video's on the channel, of course. It's a good video, great 2009 individual and team state champions with Trinity. So coming back in, we've already talked about what got you into wrestling, so we're not going to cover that ground. Mm-hmm. We've already, go back and watch it. Coming into that 2010 season, you had a lot of the same cast of characters returning. Let's go over them real quick.
Yep.
You had at 103 Dylan Corcoran, some guy named John Fahey, never heard of him. At 112, Myron Bradbury, Brandon Burke, your brother Brent at 130, Austin Pender at 135, Jacob Smith at 140, our buddy Grant Ullman at 145, Aaron McCauley at 160, you at 171. At 189, you had Cooper Bond. 215, Brandon Darrow, and then 285, Will Flynn. Mm-hmm. And of that, Fahey, Myron, Brandon, your brother, Grant, Aaron, you, Cooper, Brendan, and Will all placed.
Yep. And
you guys beat Ryle in the team standing 232 to 204. So phenomenal team that year, maybe one of the best. That's going to be my top one of my top 14 videos I'm doing is like best teams to come through. But when you guys start practice again, coming in as a senior, mm-hmm. you look around, oh my gosh, you got me, my brother, Grant, Myron, Fahey, all these dudes that were placers last year and the guys we already mentioned. Is it like, all right, fellas, we're not giving up any ground here? Was that the whole mentality, or was it just take it as it's a new year? We're not worried about last year. How'd it go for you guys?
Yeah, I think we were walking a little high from the season before. You just mentioned all those names. Those are guys I've wrestled with nearly my entire life. So we're walking a little high. Big Green Machine coming back in for my senior year to do it again, and it was exciting. It was an exciting time for us.
Funny you should say that. You may remember ICQ. That was my name on ICQ for a long time. Big Green Machine.
Green Machine.
So that was kind of cool that you brought.
That's what they were calling us in those years.
And what was it? The Reds had the Big Red Machine. So I guess every school, every sports team has to have a motto. And when you guys do walk into a gym, everybody knows Trinity.
Yeah.
No matter what sport it is, football, baseball, wrestling, basketball, tiddlywinks, Trinity. If any Trinity team comes to your event, it's like, whoa, dude, Trinity's here, man. What we doing?
Yeah.
And especially in 2010, social media, it's not as popular back then as what it is now, but information could still be shared very easily. There wasn't really any hiding you guys, especially the state champions. The individual state champions, I should say. Everybody kind of knew the names and the aura of the Shamrocks walking in.
Yeah.
When you guys go into a gym, was it like did you see the the eyeballs, feel the whispers? How did it go for you guys?
I love that, especially in 2010 when we would walk into gyms. You could see the heads turn, the eyeballs. Little bit of maybe the hatred as well. I'd say was there. So it was very much alive, and we felt that absolutely.
Coming off that state championship in 2009, you were in the finals in 2008. You placed third in 2007. You're a senior. There's a phrase called senioritis. Mm-hmm. Some people get it a little bit early in the year. Some people get it a little bit later in the year, not just in wrestling, other sports, football, basketball, baseball, you name it. There's always, because maybe they're being recruited by college. You want to get out and get your life started. Mm-hmm. Who knows? Who knows what's going on with people? But there's seems to be a trending mentality or mindset, however you want to say it, of senioritis. Now, did you may or may not have caught a case of senioritis, or how did it go for you?
Oh, I certainly did. The first day of practice that I came in senior year, stepped on the scale at 205. I had ate all summer, so I was about 35 pounds over 171. And so I said, okay, I want to go back down to 171. I want to be the defending state champ at 171. So for the next 60 days, I cut about 35 pounds to get down to 171. And after I did that, I think I was, a little wore out cutting all that weight in that, short period of time. So, I think after that, there was a little bit of the senior slide, if you will. Yeah.
Senior slide, senior slump, however you want to phrase it. So with this series, I guess I didn't really see how valuable it would be. I wanted the series to be popular, get Kentucky wrestling out there, let people see the names, hear the stories, watch the matches. But in doing this, just because it happened maybe in 1987 to somebody doesn't mean it can't happen to somebody in 2004. Mm-hmm. Just because it happened to you in 2010 doesn't mean it can happen to somebody 2024 present. So having gone through that, having come out successful on the other side, what would you tell the underclassmen, the current wrestlers, no matter however many years people watch this video from now until, who knows what happens, the Andromeda Galaxy collides with the Milky Way Galaxy, what would you have gone back and told yourself? What would you like to have known then that you could pass on to maybe, I don't want to say avoid it, but to kind of get yourself better prepared coming into that season?
Well, I know guys, I have friends that were wrestlers that experienced that senior slump. They had won previous state championships, sophomore, junior year, some guys you probably have on your video, and they did not come back to win their senior year because of the senior slump. And I promise you that that's something that they probably think about to this day, that, kind of haunts the back of their mind, that, I didn't get it done my senior year, and, to win your junior year and then come back and get third or second, it's got to be a tough feeling. So I would just recommend to, buckle down. I mean, you've got one last year left to, experience something that you're going to talk about for the rest of your life. Don't forget about it. And
there's that great video that Kenny Chesney, the Boys of Fall, and it's got Sean Payton. He's giving his old high school a pregame speech, and 3 claps, and they give it, and I forget, 27 years ago, I sat here in this exact locker room taking a knee just like you guys. You're focused on college. You're focused on starting your life. You're focused on whatever comes next. Worry about these Friday nights, because once they're gone, they're gone.
They're gone.
That feeling that you get when you run out of the tunnel, whatever sport that you play, you will get that feeling, but it won't come as often.
Correct.
Maybe when you get married, maybe when you have kids, grandkids, you're buying your first home, building your first home, whatever. That feeling's still there, but it doesn't come as often as it does when you step on the mats, or when you're able to step out and win a state championship. Like you said, talk about it forever. And that's my advice to kids, is so many gentlemen and now young ladies that we've got to meet with have said how fast the season goes, how fast their career goes. And they're like, next thing I knew, I was standing on top of the podium. Chris Dunn, 3-time state champion from Woodford County, in his 99 video, he could have pinned his opponent in 20 seconds. I mean, no offense to Ryan Luna from Paducah Tillman, but you watch that match, Chris, he could have easily pinned. In his video, Chris said, I just didn't want it to end.
Yeah, right.
I just did. I knew that it was over. I knew I was done being a Woodford County Yellow Jacket whenever this match ended, and I just didn't want it. I wanted to milk it as long as I could, and I was like, man, if more people could just understand that once it's gone, it's gone. Now, your 09 video, you had the DVD for. I got it. We met up at somewhere in Louisville, got it, converted it. The 2010 match, you haven't saw in a while, correct?
I have not seen the 2010 match, maybe ever.
Well, that is one of the beautiful things about this series. So let's talk about your 2010 bracket. You start off with a 2-minute and 36-second fall over Zach. I believe it's Natiger from Oldham County. You go on to the second round. You win a 1-minute, 29-second fall over Dustin Thompson from Lafayette. You get to the quarters. You win a 3-minute and 22-second fall over Joe. I believe it's Weigold, I believe. You get to the semis, you're wrestling Zach Souter from Covington Scott. You win that by a fall, 3 minutes, 47 seconds. Zach goes on to get 5th place. So 4 matches, 4 falls. I believe you're coming into the state finals with a record of 41-2. Tell us about the 2.
Yeah, the 2 was Beast of the East.
Okay.
I lost to... well, I didn't wrestle a good tournament. Talking about the senior slide, my senior year, Beast of the East. Junior year, I did a lot better. I had placed, I believe it was 5th at Beast of the East. And then senior year, I went into Beast of the East, and I think I went 1-2. Wrestled terrible matches. You can probably find them on YouTube or online, but did not perform well, and so those are my 2 losses.
No, I get it, and losing 2 matches at the Beast of the East. I mean, even making it to the Beast of the East. I think Kentucky's best win of any high school wrestler ever was Jacob Merton beating Jordan Burroughs at Beast of the East in the 05-06 season. That video is on the channel. That was our 100th video. And, Jordan Burroughs, and Jacob.
Pretty good.
Jacob has his way with Jordan. I mean, he really does. He throws him on his head. He gets some near fall. But you're coming into the finals. You're wrestling Jeremy Gardner from Franklin County. And Jeremy, I believe, is coming in with a record of 52-2. And had you wrestled Jeremy before?
So I wrestled Jeremy 3 weeks before the state tournament at North Hardin. I did not know Jeremy up into the point that I wrestled him at, North Oldham.
Okay.
So we get into the finals. I don't know anything about Jeremy. And he wrestles a really tough match. I mean, I think I'm down most of the match until the 3rd period, when I was able to pull off maybe a 2-point win, 1 or 2-point win. Very close match. Up until that point, anything in state, I had really walked through at that point. Everything had come pretty easy. So it was a bit of a shock to the system. 3 weeks before the state tournament, here I've got this guy that I just almost lost to. And it was a wake-up call. So I really started to kick it in gear the last 3 weeks before the state tournament.
And I believe that's a great segue in. We talked about it in your 09 video. Talk about it here, man. This is it. This is your last time wearing the Trinity colors. That big T that everybody knows. When you're back behind the score table there on that practice mat in the dungeon, you got Grant, Fahey, Bradbury, all these dudes back there. Your buddies again. Is it a little bit different of a mentality? Is it a little bit of an energy back there with you guys? Because you guys are way ahead out in the team standing. You've already won the team championship, but is it different, or how's it? What's the mentality back there?
I wouldn't have said it was different. I think at that point we're all pretty experienced at being in those moments, to be honest. You're talking about John, who was a 2-timer up to that point. You're talking about Myron Bradbury, who had been in the finals three or four times.
I believe 3 times.
3 times he had been in the finals, obviously a state champ himself. So you're talking about guys that have been in that moment before, and we were excited to obviously be there again and just ready to get the job done. So
I get it, man. I get it. So we're going to move the camera around. We will see you guys in 2010 at the Dungeon. You guys are seeing the big video board there at the Dungeon in Frankfort. This was one of the, the staples of the Dungeon, was having this video board up. It was an old school, I think it was a projector behind it, going forward, but it was still cool to have right there above the head score table. So if you were there, you know what we're talking about. The Dungeon, every time we do a video about the Dungeon or at the Dungeon, I always talk about how awesome the atmosphere was. And if you didn't get to go, we know the sport's growing in Kentucky, but if you missed out on the Dungeon, you just missed out.
You missed out.
There's no other way to say it. So we're gonna get the video going. Let's go, man.
All right.
You got Mike Ford as your assistant, and
Barnett.
And Dave Barnett, fellow Louisvillian.
Yeah, I think I was pretty fired up at this point.
And you've got on the green singlet this year.
I do. I'm not sure why. We usually wore the white in the finals.
And I believe this is your corner to the left, correct?
Yeah, you got Dad and then Brown sitting next to him. Bad shot, far out. Oh, good roll.
There it is. You're able to recover. Not too much damage there.
Mm-hmm.
Ford tried to give him a drive-by right there. I have to bring that up to him and say, what are you trying to do? Give a drive-by to Barnett for, buddy?
Right.
What are we doing?
Just getting in on legs. Yep.
Oop. Yep, potentially dangerous on the knee.
You know, I think at that point, once I can get in on the legs, I'm pretty confident moving there. So I imagine I'm going to do it again here very soon. Yep, low shot. Good.
Two green.
Good.
Coach Brown looks like he's just having a casual day in the park.
Yep,
He's sitting there,
he's
leg
laid
crossed.
back. I think he had confidence in me.
Of course, Coach Brown,
I
Trinity
just
State
took one to
champion.
the nose.
Yep.
See that elbow fly?
Yeah, I did.
They're,
I did not remember that. Looks like he's doing a good job of keeping my boots out.
so I was going to say you got one in, but
I'm riding high there, which, like I said, never worried me too much. I'm pretty high there.
I'm not sure who was coaching Franklin County at the time, but I would say they drilled and drilled and drilled on you keeping your legs out.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
defense anyway.
You can tell he's.
All right,
And
so-
I think I was looking for the end of the period there.
So you're up 2-0. Your choice. You look over, and you deferred. He's going to take
Deferred.
neutral.
Yep.
Kind of a smart move.
Yeah.
See your dad back there. What's he doing?
I know. Taking soft shots.
That was cool. I'm glad the camera picked that up. We're out of bounds.
Yeah,
Still neutral?
I think I'm wrestling pretty cautious right now.
There it is. Get another takedown. Out of bounds.
I remember Jeremy being very defensive, tough on bottom. I couldn't do a lot.
Yeah.
Not like I could with other people. Wing, run the half, get behind, get that leg in.
There it is.
There it is.
Get some near fall. No.
Recover.
Get a two count there. So
Good. So it's 6-0 now.
I believe 6-0. Going for a cradle.
Got to get that head on the inside. Navy breakdown.
We're out. And another good job by him.
Keeping those legs. I mean,
to throw it, but he was able to.
I used to be able to get those legs in from really any position, but you can see he's doing a good job of blocking them. Trying a wing to a tilt. Not much going there. Run the wing.
There it is. You walk over. He's able to. Whenever I was cutting that down, I was like, man, he set up on him like twice like that.
Ooh.
Your choice. You look over, they give you the top signal.
I like riding.
There's one in.
There's two.
No, not yet.
Hold on. No. Give it to me. No. Come on, Barnett.
I'll tag him in this whenever I post it. That way he can. And there was another, I guess that was your 09, but teammate Bradbury beat some guy named Mark Hall. Never heard of him.
Yeah, right. Never heard that name before.
Wonder how his wrestling career ended up.
Yeah. That was a crazy match.
Yeah, it was. We can just get Myron, get you lined up, man, to do your videos.
Do it, Myron.
All right, we got a caution on bottom. Mike Ford right in the way. Mike, what are we doing? So about 1:20 seconds left. You're up 6-0.
Yep.
You've pretty much been able to do what you done in the last state finals. Ride, you cut him.
I think I'm pretty comfortable at this point. I could tell from the look on my face there, it's, in on the leg.
That's what I was going to ask you was because I knew the cut was coming.
Yeah.
Was that just you doing it on your own? Were your coaches telling you cut him, or?
I think at that point, if we're getting in a scramble, I know I can get in on his legs, so I'm not too worried about being neutral or on our feet. So.
No, I get it.
Yep.
I get it. We're out.
Yep.
There's the IHI banner. I've contacted the guy that owned IHI and looking for the old videos of some of the years we don't have. And sadly, the archive was lost.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so I've been able to find several.
I've got a tight cradle. Come on. I think I'm, at this point, 8-1, looking for activity. Stay busy. 25 seconds left.
And winding down, got about 10 seconds left now.
The reverse cradle.
And he's able to fight through. You cut him, or let him go, I should say. You win by a final score, 8-2.
8-2.
Two-time state champion.
Yep.
And as it stands now, Trinity has 42 individual state champions. That's third place overall. Also in 2010, you guys win the team championship. Here's the medal ceremony. It's got the full medal ceremony. I like adding these in. Got Coach Padilla from Connor giving out medals there. I believe that's Shay from Central.
Yep.
Shay founder.
Yep, that's Shay.
Commissioner DeVries giving Austin Stepp his medal. You wrestled Zach here, of course.
Yep.
Coach Bancamper. Did they say Christian County?
Can't remember who
I
it is.
don't. South Oldham getting their medal.
Who was that?
I don't know. I believe
Third
that's
place was it Spencer?
Chris McCoy giving.
There's Jeremy.
There's Alan Martin.
Yeah.
And this is the same plaque that they're giving you right there. You
There
guys
it
will see a
is.
photo of it.
The job was done.
Two-time state champion, two-time team state champion, and this video also has a little add-in. I wanted to make sure it was archived forever in your video. Got the individual medal ceremony. Here's the team trophy presentation.
Yeah.
Here's
Haven't seen this in years.
Commissioner DeVries and Assistant Commissioner Mike Barron. And of course, Trinity, 3 team state championships, 89, 09, and 2010. So,
We were loaded this year.
yeah, who's the walking wounded there?
It looks to be Macaulay. I think that's Aaron. Yep. So you got Aaron. There's Myron.
Yeah.
There's me.
Yeah. Who's the youngster with the painted hair?
That's Austin Pender.
Okay. There's,
There's Coleman. There's Grant.
I believe there's Coach Ellen Brand.
Ellen Brand.
I love how
Tony McDermott over there.
you got your youth involved there, like some of the JV, maybe the freshmen. Coach Brown, rest in peace to Coach Brown.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where this one ends. I want to bring that plaque back up. This was, you guys will see a better photo of that. But man, just a great performance by you in the finals. You hear coaches say it all the time in the corners, wrestle your match, and you in both of your state finals, you wrestled your match.
Yeah.
And it showed, and just a great performance in both. So, man, anything you'd like to say, add, take away, tell Grant Oldman how weak he is? I mean, just, you know.
Grant's weak and he knows it. He knows it. No, thank you for doing this. And like you said, stick to what you know. Stick to the basics. The basics still work. So, it's been a blast. I really
man,
appreciate
absolutely.
it.
Thank you for having me down, you and your dad and your brother. And Grant, I'm still looking for another rack of ribs, man. I haven't, the first one we had there at your house was, I'm still waiting on the second one. No, I'm kidding, man.
There you go.
No, I love you. But excellent. Not too people can say they're a 2-time individual and 2-time team state championship. And like I said in the first part of your first video, never let Dad outdo you. So you can always have that. Hey, Dad, how many?
He hears it all the time. So, I said, Alex is coming down. He's got to do 2 of my videos. I know he wouldn't know anything about that. So, no, but I owe it all to him. So, thank you, Dad.
Absolutely, man. And I believe we're going to wrap this one up here. So thank you all for watching. We will see you guys and girls on the mats.